check. 1, 2. This is the Chu Down Show with Chuy Gomez. Chuy Gomez.
Let's get started, shall we?
Another beautiful day, and we are here with my man Justin Kinder.
Yep.
Now, you guys have seen the name Kinder's and didn't realize there was an actual face behind the bull. This is the bull, Justin Kinder.
Yep. I've been called worse.
But you know, it's funny. It's a family business, and this was actually started by your grandfather.
Yeah, my grandfather. Yep, in 1946. Yep,
Wow.
Richmond,
And
California.
did it start as a barbecue spot or as a
It was actually a meat market.
okay?
So he came back from the war and he was looking for a career. And so he offered to work for the local butcher for a year for free in exchange for learning the trade. And so he worked for a year for free. And then once he had done that and he felt like his skills were tight, he went and set up he asked one of the market owners in the city of San Pablo if he could set up a little kiosk inside their market and sell meat. It was literally just a little 6-foot table, an ice chest. He shared some of the profits with the owners of the market, and he did that, built a little clientele, and then that was the step one, or step two, I should say. And then he went and did his own, which was the first Kinder's, and that was in Richmond.
And so what started? Was it the way he seasoned it? Was it the rub? Was it the sauce that started creating a name for Kinder's?
Yeah, I think that it was, I think it was the quality cuts of meat, which we try to hold to that standard now. That's one of our rules is we never go backwards in quality. We either are equal to or better than what we have been in the past. And he always had that same belief and instilled that into us. So I think it was the quality of the product that was served. It was reasonable prices considering the quality. And then a lot of it was preparation stuff like the marinades and rubs and such. That's what kind of separated us from your other neighborhood butcher shop.
Right, and that's what's funny because when you go eat barbecue, people go to barbecue spots and go, "Oh, they put a hell of barbecue sauce." I'm like, no,
Yeah.
they're covering something up, bro.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yep.
So I know that when I come here, I'm always impressed by the meat,
Yeah.
and then the sauce adds extra
Yep.
oomph
Yep.
to it. Yeah.
Yep. The meat is the vehicle. You
Right.
know, you can put a little bit of sauce on it to accentuate it, but definitely don't lead with the sauce or
No.
the spice. You have to have a solid foundation.
People got to understand that,
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of it. So Grandpa started it,
Yep.
and did Grandpa expand it to other locations, or was that your dad?
That was my dad. So at that point, I would say this is in the 80s. We moved, so we had the Richmond location and got a little dicey out there. We decided to move to the Concord location after a lot of robberies, and it was getting to a point where the insurance wasn't covering the robberies, and it got a little iffy. So we moved to the Concord location, actually across the street here, and it was, everybody thought he was crazy for doing it because, I mean, there's nothing but a freeway and a refinery over in this direction. But lo and behold, it ended up being, a very fruitful move. It became a kind of a cult-like following back then. We did a lot of barbecuing in the parking lot. So people would go in and get their bread, pay for their food, come out to the actual flat grill, and they would get their chicken or their ribeye right off of the grill. And I think that's what, really started creating momentum in this area. So, there was definitely a foundation in Richmond with my grandfather. My dad took it here, built it up a little bit more. And I think at that point, my brother and I at the time knew that, we couldn't just keep it the same. We couldn't just, take the wheel and keep driving in the same lane. We had to do something different. And at that time, we had, we had multiple people who were trying to survive off of one location, one Kinder's location. And at that time, it wasn't super profitable. It was okay. But, so we knew that we were either going to have to go get different careers. This is when we were about 18, 19, somewhere in that area. And we knew we were going to have to get different careers or we were going to have to open up different locations. And so then we kind of did the divide and conquer situation. And so first we opened the Pleasant Hill location and Hercules and Brentwood. And so we started opening a little bit more, and that allowed us to all be able to work in the company and still survive and, pay the rent.
Nice. So now when they started opening up different locations, did they put like your brother in one store, you in one store,
Yep.
dad, and then grandpa?
Yep. My dad and grandpa were in Concord. I was in Pleasant Hill. My brother was in Hercules, and then later was in Brentwood. And then, as things developed, we we needed a district manager, and we need, things started growing to a point where it got a little bit out of our grips. We weren't quite ready for that level of growth at that speed, but that velocity. But it all worked out.
At the end of the day, when you're putting out quality product, things will work itself out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys have definitely have shown and proven that you guys are a mainstay in the meat market. Now, at what point did you guys go from having multiple locations to putting this stuff in stores?
That's
Or
good.
did it start with the sauce, or did it start with the rubs?
It started with the marinade,
It's
actually.
the marinade. Okay.
Yeah, we had a marinade, and we had the barbecue sauce. At that point, it was called mild. Now it's called original. But we basically started with the marinade and the sauce, and it was just, we had a hot and a mild barbecue sauce, and we had a garlic and a original marinade. And we sold it out of the Concord location. It was popular here, but nowhere else.
Right.
And so then luckily we had Costco in Concord gave us a chance. And so it was between them and Ace Hardware, believe it or not.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Ace Hardware allowed us to sell the product in there. It was kind of a consignment type situation. And they were, gracious enough to let us give it a go. And then Costco, I would say simultaneously within 6 months of each other, brought in product. And so it really moved well in this area where people knew where Kinder's, what Kinder's was. In some of the outskirts, they tested out. It didn't do great, but it took a while for us to, grow like moss on a tree.
And that's an awesome thing. So now you're out in the stores, you're moving the product, you got the store. What comes next? Do you guys start sponsoring people? What do you guys do to keep the name brand out there?
I think the best thing that we're doing now is through our sauce manufacturing distribution side of the company. We're doing the Texas Bowl, which is a NCAA college football bowl game, and I believe it's on New Year's Day. And it's that's tremendous. It helps us get a lot of exposure, especially nationally, but also specifically in Texas, which is kind of barbecue
Right.
back door. So. And, being from California, people don't necessarily love the idea of California barbecue in Texas, but we put our foot in it, and now we forced them to accept us.
And you never know. We're here.
Yeah, we're here. Yep.
We can
Yep.
play with the big boys.
Yep, that's right.
That's a beauty, man. So where do you see this place going? Do you want to continue to expand? Do you want to, I know that franchise is not for everybody.
Yep.
You want to keep it family owned?
We dabbled in franchising. It didn't work out real well. Which was a kind of a benefit, because that's what spun the franchise side of the company into the sauce distribution and manufacturing side, and really gave us the chance to push hard on that angle. As far as the restaurants, right now is not the ideal time to open more restaurants, but as the market kind of corrects, I think we're going to expand, and we'll continue to do more in Northern California, and maybe eventually hit some Southern California locations.
So let's talk about your sauces and everything.
Sure.
Now, when you guys are doing your sauces and you guys are doing your barbecues, what is the hottest selling item you guys have of the Kinder's brand?
Hottest selling is we have a hickory brown sugar, and then I would say the mild. But as far as sauces go,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the blend is that's a salt, pepper, garlic blend. It's good on everything. That moves it well with the sauce and spice side.
I like the what is it? Chili lime? What's one like?
Tequila lime.
Tequila lime.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was actually one of the first big sellers. That
Really?
really got, that was the number one for a very long time.
yeah, the tequila lime. You put that on chicken.
Yeah. It's hard.
Can't
to
go
beat.
wrong.
It's hard to beat.
Yo, that's just amazing.
Yep. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And so if say somebody's never been to Kinder's and they want to come try something, there's some food coming out now. There you go. Come on by.
Thank you.
So thank you. So if somebody comes here, what would you recommend they try first above anything?
I typically tell people to try the ball tip sandwich. That's kind of our bread and butter and what we built on. It's one of the things that no one else does, which is, I think part of it. It's responsible for a lot of our growth. It really is. So I push people in that direction because it's probably one of the most widely accepted, everyone likes it type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most slept on item is the burger, though. Yeah, that's one that people don't really know about, but the people who do get it absolutely love it. It's probably the best burger around.
Now, this location particularly that we're at,
Yep.
like I didn't know that you guys actually, you can come and pick a cut of meat and have
Yeah.
it cooked.
Oh yeah.
I came in one day and I just got ribs and I saw a guy next to me having a steak.
Yeah.
I'm like, That's not on the menu. He goes, everything's on the menu.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean everything's on the menu?
Yeah. That's one of our things. If somebody comes in and wants to buy a chair out of the lobby, I'll get a price.
Really?
Anything you want.
That is amazing.
We're a yes company. We don't say no.
And I love that. I mean, because like I said, I was amazed. I came in, I saw the steak, my mouth watered as I was having my ribs, which I love the ribs here. But I seen that you can get a steak.
Yeah.
And have it cooked.
Yeah.
As to order.
Yep.
That's
And the meat
amazing.
side, we have a old school butcher shop type meat counter. So people will buy their steaks and their eggs and their bacon and their stuff for the rest.
No, is that at every single location? Because I don't know. I hadn't really tripped. You guys sell meat at every location.
Every location.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Every location. Yep.
So yeah, if you guys want to pick up some ribs, you want to pick up some sausages.
Yep. Some ribeye steaks, some ball tip and cook them yourself. All that.
Well, you can't cook them like they cook them here. It's a little secret in there. But you can
We could teach them. We can teach them. You can teach them.
All right, man. It's such an honor to just be sitting with you, man. I've known you for a bit,
Yeah.
and always been a humble, nice guy.
Try me.
I appreciate you, man.
Yep. Appreciate you. Right on, Chu.
Thank you.